Hey guys, it's Janie. Welcome back to the Crafting Bookworm. It is time for our next Bible study for Unwavering Faith. Okay, welcome back, you guys. If you're new, I welcome you. So it is time for another design team project and Bible study for Diane over at Faith Art Design Studios. This is her Faith Windows number 23. Diane has really great Bible studies and really great kits. So I implore you guys to go and visit her. She will be linked in the description, and you can get to all of her other links from her channel. So, as I said, this is called Unwavering Faith, and it is a Bible study. And this Bible study will have 7 verses that you get to study. You can do that however you want. You can do one every day for a week. You can do all of them in a day. You can do 2 in a day, 3, however you want to do it. We are going to be doing it 2 each day, and then one day we're going to do 3. So it'll be like a 3-day Bible study, which is just really the best and most convenient way for me to do it. Oops, sorry for stuff's falling everywhere. So we're going to go through this kit, and then we are going to design our journal and all that good stuff, okay? So here is your opening page. I'm going to point this out because Diane pointed this out. She puts on here suggestions for when you're printing. So if you want really good effects and stuff for that. This is not saying that you have to. This is just what she does. As she puts here, it's for best results. Okay. And then the next 2 here are the actual scriptures. As you can see here, there's a lot for you to study on and think on, because you get the insight, you get a reflection. Now this one she did not add in journal suggestions, because the last one that I did, the Freely Forgiven one, she had journal suggestions, things that you could do for your journal. But right now you got an insight, and then you got a reflection. So you can go through those also. So those are nice little additions. On here, it talks about unwavering faith. What is unwavering faith? What unwavering faith looks like for Christians? And then why study unwavering faith? Why not study, period? Really, I love Bible study. So that's a really nice sheet. Now you can print these smaller and put them in your journal. I think something else, since I wanted to print them like the full size so you guys could really see it. Another idea would be to cut these and back them as cards and just, stick them in pockets. So that's probably what I'm going to do on these. And then you could actually use the backs as writing space if you need writing space. Okay, so now for the kit itself, for all the goodies. So Diane has this kit in horizontal and the portrait too. So if you like tall, skinny, there's papers for that as well. I like to do both. I feel like there was a long stretch of time where I was doing all tall, skinny, everything in flip-flop. So I'm going with horizontal this time. I know the Freely Forgiven also was horizontal. I just really like that style better, I guess. Like I said, I do like the tall skinnies, but sometimes I just want to, just do the normal. Okay, so here's our beautiful papers. I did not have to print on the back sides of these, because these are going to really be the cover images, or it's going to be a folio. This is going to be our panels, pretty much. And this is very muted, really. You got some pops of the pink in there, which I love. But it's more, it really is kind of along the lines of a grungy effect, with the collage pages. Look at all the, like, the words in here. Really like that. And here we got some more of the pink. So really it's your choice. Do you want to do tall, skinny, or do you want to do portrait? Your choice. It's always your choice. You can do what you want. These kits work well, you know, for whatever. And Diane does a good job giving choices. They are really pretty. I like the kind of hidden black and white theme, if that makes sense to you guys. And then you got the pops of color in there. This is probably one of my favorite pages. Oh, I like this one too, though, with the hymnal page. And then there's the last one. Oh, nope, not the last one yet. The little wings down here. I really like this one too. Love this heart. And I really like this. It gives you the sensation that it's a rose, kind of. Love that. And then, for me, Diane said she added the lined pages. In these folios, I've been wanting to add a couple pages so that I can have some notes, some note space to write extra notes, because I end up running out of the room on the cards or the tags and all that stuff. So she is so sweet. She went ahead and made these, and I just love it. Love it. And then I printed them on both sides. So this side has the butterfly, this side is the flower. So it's the same on all of these. Got the butterfly on one side, so that when they're folded together, you're not going to have the same images. So I printed off several of those so that I can have my writing space. I miscalculated, actually, and I printed off far more than I actually needed of those. Okay, now we're on the ephemera. Always a lot of great ephemera with Diane's kits also. She does really good with that. Now this one she has done in ESV version and the New King James. I myself prefer ESV, or English Standard Version, so that is the one that I printed. And she adds this amazing extra art that you can put inside of your journal, along with, you know, the verses. But I really love how she does this. Oh my goodness, you guys. I absolutely love. I love the whole idea of faith over fear. And they always have, oh, here's faith over fear right here. But they always have the lion. Like if you get like faith-based t-shirts or bags or cups or any of that stuff, they always include that lion whenever I see faith over fear. Actually, I also found for my oldest grandson, he loves it. He loves the faith over fear and the lion. I found a Bible that I went to get him for his birthday, for one of his gifts, that has the lion. And it does have some words on there. I don't remember what the words were, but he's going to love that. Okay, I'm rambling. So anyway, there's the Bible verses. Like I said, she has ESV and New King James, so you can decide whichever ones you want, or you can use, you know, some from ESV, some from the New King James. However you want to do that. One of my favorite parts of Diane's kits are the Bible verse cards. So you get 8 of those. Now you got 7 verses. So I guess one of them you could use, you know, if you needed more writing space, you could use 2 cards for 1 verse. But I always seem to run out of space. So there's those. Here we've got this, I very seldom use these, but I printed it off because I wanted you guys to see. And I did actually want these because I might be using those. But this is a fold envelope kind of pocket. And then you got cards to put inside of it. I may or may not do it. We'll see what happens. But there's that. And we've got some beautiful women again on here. And these are amazing. These will be perfect to write on as well. Love those. And then these can be, because this one says Unwavering Faith, that could be for the cover. I guess any of these could be. But I usually use the sticker where it says Unwavering Faith or Freely Forgiven or, you know, any of those. I usually just stick it on the front of the journal with a sticker. But I might be using a card this time. Here we've got some tucks, some pockets here, little pockets here and here. Very nice. Here we've got some more. We got some tickets on here. A couple of these really pretty tags. Look at these tags. Amazing. Love those. I think what I want to do with my cover is maybe this one and that butterfly. How beautiful will those be together? And then we've got the numbers 1 through 7 for each day, each Bible verse, however you want to do it. We got some big faith words, will be fun. And so here are the tags, or the cards, that she used to just keep them blank. I think she said something about there being blank ones, I don't know for sure. And then we would just put our stickers on it. But I really like her putting the Bible verses on there. Because then, you know, you can stick those in the pocket, and then you can stick your Bible verses on pages or something, you know, throughout your journal. So that really is a good idea to do that. So you get 7 of, or there's 8, there's a plain one. But you get all those verses there. Here we got some words. I believe these come from parts of the Bible verses. She's been adding quotes, which are amazing. I like this circle. I told you guys that before. I love the circles. You can do so much with them. You can make clusters with them. You can make hidden paper clips or altered paper clips. Their circles are amazing. Okay, yeah, these are called word strips. If I would read first, words from the 7 Bible verses in the study. So, they're word strips. This is probably one of my favorite sheets. I love when you get these sheets because you got your tickets, your circles, your word fetty that she calls it. And there's just so much to play with when making a tag or something. Right? Look at that. Amazing. Diane had asked me what I thought about the word searchers, and I like the word searchers for myself. But there's 2 different sizes here. They're really cool. And they would be fun to give to somebody also. Or leave one, sit somewhere in the store or the restaurant or, you know, wherever you're at so people will find it. Here's the beautiful tags, all different sizes. Love these tags. Now just imagine one of these more plain tags and then just taking ephemera bits off of here and then just decorating it up. You could even take one of the circles, one of these circles, or you could take this circle as a topper for one of the tags. I've done that before. And then she added to the kit the flowers. And they're gorgeous. Just enough color to continue to add color to your journal. Now I printed this on sticker paper. And then what I thought was cardstock, but I grabbed the wrong paper. And then I got some on regular paper because these are nice also to just, cut them out and then just use them as an element for a tag or a journal card or something. So I printed them both ways. And that's the kit, you guys. That is a lot of fun stuff for us to work with. I told Diane I was looking forward to working with this kit. So now, well, let's keep these out. Oh, I forgot I flipped those off over. There we go. These are going to be for the folio. Maybe we'll add one of those pretty flowers to it. The butterfly, all that good stuff. Trying to make room over here on my messy table. Okay, here we go, you guys. This time, oh yeah, see, here is there's the Freely Forgiven one we just did. Right? And if you remember, I forgot, well, I didn't end up putting my little flippy. I ended up putting the flip on, oh, right here, on the back part. But look at how cute that turned out with the, so I put it on the back part. We're going to do something a little different this time. And we're going to do better than we did here because I glued that wrong. I glued them folded, and you can't glue them folded. You can't fold those up. You've got to let them get flat because now I got this ridge in my folio right here. I don't know if you guys can see this little ridge right there. Yeah, that was my boo-boo. But that was the Freely Forgiven one, which was a great Bible study. Okay, so this is what we're going to make. This is what we're making because I love making these things, and we're going to do better this time. Okay, so here's our pieces. The one thing that I did differently this time is, as you know, these are 8.5 by 5.5, or 5.5 when it's folded or cut. Okay, so 8.5 by 11. So I usually cut these at 9 by 6. This time I cut them at 8.5. Okay, so it's going to be 8.5, and then we're going to have the 5.5 here. So we're going to do this the same way that we usually do this. We're going to get these all put together. Here's my flap. Okay, my flap is not as wide as you can see. See, we got space. That was on purpose. And our flap is going to go, I think it's going to go this way. I think that's what I decided, to go this way this time, instead of coming off the end, just to be different, So, while we're doing this, you guys chant and tell me, don't forget to put this in. Because the last thing I did, what was it that I did? Oh, it was for Debbie, for pouring out my heart, or pouring out my art for the Lord, and I was supposed to put flips in, and I completely forgot. Yeah, let's not forget to do that this time, okay? So I need to get some stuff. I need to get a strip of this and some masking tape, and we'll be ready to go. Okay, there's my strip, my masking tape. You guys don't have to use a strip if you don't want to. I like it, the strip, because it's just added security. And if I'm going to put a signature in this back part right here, it's added strength for that as well. So let's put on a couple pieces of masking tape. So we had all the grand kiddos over yesterday. It can be a lot because that's, well, 4 kiddos. Avery's usually in school because my husband goes and gets my daughter and her 3 kids every other Tuesday. We spend that time with them. And it is always good to see them because, you know, they moved over to Decatur, and that's about 50 minutes from us. And so it's nice to be able to actually see them. Okay, so we had them over yesterday. And Roran loves them to be here. So we had 4 of them. That is stopped up. And we made them tacos. And they all got a piece of chocolate. They played outside for a little bit. We did not set up the little kiddie pool yesterday. And then the oldest of the ones that were there, which is Kaya, she's 6. She got stung by a wasp, which I felt really bad about that, but they hover really bad around our steps. So my husband thinks that there is a nest up under the railing that you can't see. Oh, where did I do this at? Maybe I did this at, I cut this at 8.5, this strip. What did I end up doing this height at? I thought it was 8.5. Maybe it is 8.5. So I did this wrong. I thought this is 9. I thought I had that at 8.5 when I cut it. You know what? I was wrong. And now I can see that. I remember where I put it on there. And I went too far. Okay. Well, anyway, it's all right. So, there is that. Let's make sure we're on there. Now, we're going to start covering these. And we're not going to fold until, well, we got these folds. Let's crease these folds a little bit, just so that it'll be easier to fold them, you know, when we got the paper on. So let's do that. It gives it a little bit of a start. Okay, so now this is the cover. This is the front right here. So I need to find out, you know what, before we do that, let's get this on. We need to put this on. And I want to do it here. Actually, if I put it right there at that edge, where does it lay? Yeah, it's got to be back. Okay, let's just look at it like this and see. Okay, that's... Okay, I'm going to draw a line. So I know where we are gluing this back on. Okay. That does not look even at all. That's because it's not. We did not have that even at all. What I'm trying to not do is I'm trying to not exceed this where the fold is, okay? I should probably, that might be dry enough since I used the otherwise it's going to be hard to crease when the paper's on. There we go. That gives it a little bit of a start. So let's, there we go. Let's give that an ink. That'll be the easiest way to do that. Oh, there, I was going to say, where's my dauber at? That will help me line that up. And while we're folded, let's glue under here. Because that came up right there. Okay. There we go. Now I know where this is going. So we're going to glue this right here. Do I need to cover this first though, right? This needs to be covered first before I... Okay. So, I'm all backwards. Let's still figure out what we want where, and then we'll glue that on. We would just put the... I mean, there's no pink on it, but... You guys, this is horrible trying to figure this part out. I'm just doing this so I can figure out what I want on this flap. I actually kind of like that on the flap. And I wouldn't use this. Okay, you know what? I think we're going to do this one. Okay? Let's move this and let's come over here. And can we like, let's open this up. Okay, so let's go here, right? And I think, do I want to use glue stick? I don't want it to come off. You know what? I'm gonna go with Old Faithful, you guys. I hope this video is not too long. It's probably gonna be really long. Let's stop messing around and just get going. Well, it's a little better. This is gonna work best for me anyway because I can scoot my paper around. If I can actually get the glue. Okay. Oh, that side right there. Okay. Now let's get to the fold, not over the fold. That's good. Now, what I want to do is just fold it. Is that lined up? You know what? I think that'll be okay. It's not completely against it, but I think it'll be all right. So now we're gonna don't want to lay this down. Let's fold this back this way now. Okay. I didn't want to get glue on that part. I'm probably going to be sorry doing this like this. And that came out of there anyway. Okay. And I won't be able to see where to cut if I fold this over. Okay. Now let's just... Okay. Let's see if I can, let's try to cut it. Let's cut it right up against there. Sorry if I'm out of frame. I know I do that a lot. Okay, and now we gotta cut this. Okay, there's my flippy flop. That's going to be for one of the days. And of course it's not glued on there completely straight. It can't be. Alright, so now, oh, I did it wrong. It would be upside down. It doesn't matter what side it's on, right? Because that's going to get covered. I really don't like this edge. I don't like that it's coming up, or that it's not cut straight. But that's what you get for when you're trying to make things more difficult than what it really is. Just don't cut your flap. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Okay, so if we go here on this side of it, that would be okay. Okay, so we're going to glue this on here, like this. Not going past the fold. So I'm gonna have to, no, it's good. It's good. I'm overthinking things. Okay, let's make sure we get this in the right spot the first time, because it will be hard to move it later. It looks like this was not. So it's just a little bit longer than this is. So let's see. And I don't really see it coming out here. I see a little bit of it right here. Okay. All right. So there's our flip. Oh, our flip. We gotta make sure we're in the right. Okay. This edge though is gonna bug me, I think. I think that's gonna bug me. That was not straight. Well, that looks better there. This rough edge though. Okay, now, make sure that's glued. This is the front. This is the inside. What are we going to do on the inside? That we can't go over our fold. I'm going to put something, maybe washi tape or something across there. I don't think my file folder is cut straight, which isn't shocking. so I think we're good here. So let's start yeah, see, I can see right here where we still need to trim that off. So that's what we're going to do. had this brand new idea for my design team project this month, and I did have, it wasn't a lie, I did have, but when I thought about it, I thought, this is not going to be something that will work for this Bible study. I'm going to show it to you because the whole idea of it is fabulous, okay? And it is this. Okay, I saw Pam at Silver and Sparkles. She made one of these, and I just thought it was amazing. Look at this beautiful orange sari silk. I made this for fall, and it's great for lists, okay? This would not work for a Bible study like this. Now, I had the pages, and, you know, I was playing with it and putting small pages in and bigger pages in, which is great. But when you fold this over, how are you going to write on this or really do anything? Because my big fat bow on here. The idea is great, and Pam said this would be great for lists, which would be. But look where I put my paper. My lined paper on the wrong side. This is the side where your long paper should be. So I guess here's one of the shorter ones that I decided to trim it up. I was going to put tabs on this, you know, or maybe a card coming off of it, but it just wouldn't work for the Bible study, I don't think. See, now this would work for the writing, and then I got one other lined one here that would be great for a list. But on the shorter pages, this was a whole piece, and I just folded it. I just was trying all different kinds of things. When I find something new to make, I try to make different things, and then that's the back. But yeah, this would be great for lists of things, but this just would not have worked for. Now Diane's kit, because she's got the portrait kit, would be good for the pages, but I would had to make sure you're supposed to just use just halves of papers, not fold them over, and I folded over this one right here. So this was going to be my idea. Look at how pretty it is. But I decided that this, to fully use her kit right, I figured just doing a folio was better. But I can link to Pam's channel if you guys want to see how she made this, because it really is beautiful. So, to Diane, I did have a really cool idea from Pam to do for this, but it just wasn't going to work. So, and that was that. So you guys, this is all we're going to do for this video. I'm going to get these all folded and round corners if I need to round corners and this and that. And then the next time we will be putting pockets and stuff on, and then we'll start the Bible study. And the Bible study is going to be 3 days. I'm going to go 2, 2, and 3. And then we'll have 2 days of constructing our journal. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed this so far. I hope you guys follow along for Unwavering Faith. It's going to be a fantastic Bible study. They always are. So, come back for the next one. Thanks you guys for staying tuned, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.